What's important for you today, tomorrow, the next day? Are we not always trying to figure it out? A few minutes ago, I was thinking, what's important here? Used to think about what Jesus said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. A little amplified version says, as a matter of course. Of course. As a matter of course in this world, well, that would probably mean where you live at the time, geographically, or would it be better to take the words of Jesus to heart? Because when he says, my kingdom is not of this world already, that should tell us something. We're not focused on things of the earth, but of things of God, things in heaven. So it's not really a far cry to call it spiritual. Amen. Interestingly enough, most people don't realize that the old covenant, it has also the law and the prophets and the oracles of God that he planned to use them at that time, at the proper time. The prophecies forecasted Jesus Christ. I mean, even the Magi said we saw his star. And all of Judea was gathered together at the behest of King Herod, was it? Asking them all. They all said Bethlehem. So why do you lose that thought 30 years later when Jesus shows up? So then, of course, you would think they would have understood why would the Magi here and why would King Herod say that. And they must have heard how not long after the wise men were there to worship the baby Jesus, he had 2-year-olds and under killed. How long did he wait? He didn't care, did he? He was so threatened because they believed it. And they said it. They didn't say, well, we don't believe it. The scribes, the Pharisees, and the Sadducees, and the hypocrites, they didn't say, well, maybe somewhere else. No, they said Bethlehem. Okay, so this thing was not done in a corner. Let's not even get to the finish line yet. The Magi, for 30 years, they must have been telling it. Why would you go the distance and see the star Bethlehem and be led there and worship and then know that this is the promised Messiah outside of the land of Israel? I would venture to say safely that it was probably from the 4 provinces of Israel. Okay, why do I say 4? It's more like north, east, west, and south if you think about it, because the 10 tribes are kidnapped. So they say Jesus failed because he didn't gather the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But I differ with that. Matter of fact, it is provable. I'm going to pause here. See how this equipment works.